I'm Catherine Watson. I'm a teacher at Meridian Ranch Elementary, and I teach 4th grade. And today we were working on multi-step word problems with the customary conversions. We're going to combine all of those customary units and be putting them together. So for these problems, we're not going to be sure which ones are coming up. We really were focusing on being able to determine what are the steps that are needed to solve. We'll be circling some of those keywords and everything in our word problem, okay? And I'm going to read the word problem. I want you guys to be following along. And any words that you think might be important or show what operations we're going to be needing, any of those numbers will be adding, subtracting, whatever it is, go ahead and circle it, and then we'll see if we picked out the right parts, okay? That's been something that students struggle with as they're working on multi-step word problems, is how do I, number one, determine how many steps there even are to solve, and how do I make sure I answered the right part of the question. Is it distance? Is it volume? Is it weight or mass? Or is it time? Everyone, 1, 2, 3, what is it? Time. So they come up against a lot of those words that are kind of try to trick them a little bit of how many more was it, or they ran this much longer than someone else. So they really have to be able to understand it's not just taking the numbers and adding or subtracting, but being able to really interpret what the word problem is asking. I want you to turn and talk with your face partner. Based on our tape diagram, what operation do you think we're going to use to solve? This should be pretty quick. I'll give you about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Addition. We really work on building confidence. But also it's in understanding what steps do I need to take and really knowing the academic vocabulary. So I have 3 hours and 70 minutes. Now I see a problem. I want you to turn and talk to your face partner. What problem do we see here that we need to work on? Turn and talk. Go.
There are 60 seconds and 1 minute.
Can someone raise your hand and tell us what problem do we see here? Elijah?
70 minutes is over an hour.
Yes.
So we need to decompose 70 minutes into 60 minutes and 10 minutes.
Okay.
60 minutes and 10 minutes, which is 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Wonderful. I love how he used decompose, right? So we're breaking apart that 70 minutes into our larger time chunk. So you said it's 60 minutes and 10 minutes. Everyone, what do we know about 60 minutes? What is it equal to? Everyone, 1, 2, 3?
1 hour.
It's 1 hour. We also really work to understand how many steps there are, and we do that by creating a good model to go with the problem. So this is my first step, right? And so can someone tell me what addition problem are we going to be doing here? What should we be doing? Zach?
We add 1 hour and 50. We add 2 hours and 20 minutes plus 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Excellent. One of the biggest challenges as a teacher to teach the multi-step word problems is breaking it down step by step and helping them to come to their own understanding of how many steps it should be or what operations to use, and not relying so much on the teacher or a peer to point those things out. So some of the kids, they get it right away, and others really have to struggle through. So we work a lot with partners or in small groups to build that understanding so the students have more confidence as they're going to do it on their own.